Hello everybody, this is Cameron's on, and today we're back at it with part 2 of Prescription Love. Now if you guys remember last time, we had this really creepy person who's like staring at us through like the gap in the door, which is super creepy. But yeah, let's see what will happen next. Like I said before, I'll be keeping a link of the game down in the description if you guys want to try it out, but yeah, let's just get started. I quickly sat up in bed, staring at the door. The gap was now empty. I listened carefully, and then I heard it. The soft sound of footsteps, light and hurried, moving away down the hall. My pulse quickened, my mind reeling from what had just happened. Within seconds, Dr. Anselm enters the room. Oh, hey, okay, this music kind of scared me a little bit. I came as fast as I could. His eyes immediately swept the room, searching for some unseen threat. I could see concern in his expression as he turned to me. Is everything alright? You pressed the call button. Did something happen? Someone was... I saw eyes staring at me. And they vanished the moment I pressed the button. I watched his eyes scan the room. He walked over to the door, glanced into the hallway before turning back to me. There doesn't seem to be anyone. You know, sometimes when we're exhausted, we see things that aren't really there. Don't give me that bullshit, that I know what I saw. It's not unusual, especially when under a lot of stress. I shook my head. No, I'm sure of what I saw. They were right there. I even heard footsteps leaving after I pressed the button. Don't worry, I'll have someone check the security cameras to see if anyone was in the hall. For now, try to get some rest. At least help me lock the door. You can't tell me that these doors can't lock. I promise nothing bad is going to happen to you. He gave me a reassuring smile before leaving, but I could see the uncertainty in his eyes. Okay. As the door closed, I lay back down. This music is extremely menacing. I'm not a fan. I glanced at the door, half expecting to see those eyes again. Lock the door, man! I knew I wouldn't be able to sleep now, not after what I saw. Before I knew it, morning had arrived. I must have fell asleep somehow, despite the restless unease from the night before. I still feel exhausted. A soft glow of sunlight filtered into the room. As I blinked against the brightness, I realized that Dr. Anselm was sitting beside me. Hey, good morning, Cammy. How are you feeling? I'm okay. Even as I said it, a deep weariness tugged at me. But I didn't want to worry him. He always seemed so concerned, so invested in my recovery. The last thing I wanted was to add to his burden. It is kind of his job, but you know. About last night. Security couldn't find anything from last night's recording. Okay, well that's a little creepy. Like, there was no person, like, at all? His words hung in the air. What? Those eyes. Had it really been all in my head? Just a figment of my imagination? I mean, then again, we are relying information that this guy is giving us. But I do hope you managed to get some sleep. I hesitated, unsure of how to respond. Okay, so we can either insist or let go. And like I said before, there is a bad ending and a neutral ending. So let's try to go for neutral first. I mean, personally, I would probably just let it go. Yeah, I did. But the truth sat heavy in the back of my mind, a weight I couldn't quite shake. Even though the memory of last night still gnawed at the edges of my mind. There was no use in overthinking it now. Trying to focus on something else, I reminded him. About the call you promised last night to my family? Of course, I remember. I promised, and I always keep my promises. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a hospital phone, handing it over to you. Here you go. Let's get that call made. I eagerly take the phone. I dial the familiar numbers and press the phone to my ear. The phone rings once, then twice, and keeps ringing. I wait, holding my breath, but no one answers. Just a persistent sound of the ringtone, and then, finally,
hello, no one is available to take your call.
The
Please leave a
voicemail.
message after the tone.
Seriously? I feel a sinking feeling in my gut as the call goes to the answering machine. I lower the phone. I can't hide the disappointment on my face. I don't even try to mask it. No one answered. Dr. Anselm places a comforting hand on my shoulder, grounding me in the present. His touch was warm, comforting. I looked up and his expression mirrored the sadness I felt. I'm sorry. I know how much you wanted to speak with them. Maybe they're busy is all. Don't worry. I sighed, trying to push down the disappointment. Yeah, you're right. I tried to sound convincing, but the emptiness lingered. Dr. Anselm gently took the phone from me, his fingers brushing against mine. I know it's not the news you were hoping for, but I have something that might cheer you up. Before I could respond, he stood up, the shift in energy catching me off guard. With that, he steps out of the room for a moment. Something for me? Whatever he had planned, I hoped it would take my mind off of everything. Even if it was just for a little while. He returns, carrying a tray with a delicious aroma wafting through the air. Oh! Guys, the music scared the crap out of me. It's like a jump scare in itself. Ta-da! When it sets it down in front of you. Ooh, that actually looks really good. I look down at the plate, eggs and bacon arranged into a smiley face. My eyes widen in surprise, a small smile tugging at my lips. I can't help but smile back at it. Aw, this is adorable. It really is. It's like my breakfast is cheering me on. Dr. Anselm chuckles, looking quite pleased with himself. Eggs and bacon are good for the soul. But the smiley face? That's for the spirit. Dr. Anselm watches me closely as I picked up my fork. His eyes gleaming with quiet anticipation. As I lift the fork to my mouth, I notice a smooth golden sauce pooling at the bottom of the pan, hidden beneath the food. Feeling intrigued, I scoop a bit of it with my next bite. Aw, it actually got brighter in here. The moment it hits my tongue, the flavors deepens. Rich, creamy hollandaise sauce with a hint of tang that perfectly balances the savory bacon and eggs. The sauce elevates the meal in a way I hadn't expected. This is amazing! I'm almost at a disbelief at how delicious this simple meal was. I take it the smiley face is working its magic? Definitely. But the taste? That's what's really winning me over. The hollandaise sauce adds this smooth, almost buttery richness. There's a big grin on Dr. Anselm's face. He's clearly pleased with my reaction. I thought the sauce might be a nice surprise. Adds a little bit of something extra to bring it all together. You weren't kidding. I take another bite, savoring the way the creamy sauce cuts through the richness of the bacon. You could serve this at a restaurant. I've never had breakfast like this in a hospital before. Yeah, this kind of feels like maybe you made it rather than the hospital. Well, I just wanted to make sure your first meal felt special. I paused, looking down at the plate again, then back at him. Wait, did you make this? Mm-hmm. He nods, looking a little embarrassed. A soft blush creeps onto his cheeks as he looks down on the floor for a moment before meeting your eyes. Yes, I did. I know hospital food isn't exactly known for being, well, gourmet. I didn't want your first meal to just be survival food. I smile at his clear embarrassment, noticing the way he fidgets slightly. Like he's not used to this kind of attention. Well, you really outdid yourself. Aw, he actually really does look flustered. Thank you, Dr. Anselm. I really appreciate how much you do to make me feel comfortable, despite everything. It's like you always know how to make things better. I watched him flush at the compliment. This time, he seemed almost bashfully proud, a mix of shyness and happiness sparkling in his eyes. Well, I'm really glad to hear that. I'll always make sure you're as comfortable as possible while you're here. Hearing that it's helping, that it makes a difference. It means a lot to me. So really, thank you for saying that. His genuine happiness really shone through. It was clear that my compliment had brightened his day in a way that went beyond mere politeness. As I'm about to finish the last bite of breakfast, my eyes drifted to the cup of coffee sitting quietly on the tray. I hadn't noticed it the whole time I was enjoying my breakfast, black, steaming, and inviting. I reached for the cup, taking a tentative sip. What is happening? How does the tone and the music shift so quickly that it scares the crap out of me? I instantly paused. It's rich, smooth, with just the right hint of bitterness. This is starting to look menacing. It's not just good. It tastes exactly like the coffee I make. Oh, okay, I can see why it's a little menacing now. Not close, not similar. Exactly. Wait. This tastes exactly like the coffee I make every morning. I mean, is it really that hard to do the exact coffee taste? I don't know. Maybe it is kind of odd. How is that even possible? I know. Whoa. Whoa, bro. What is happening right now? His voice barely above a whisper. It was so quiet that I almost wondered if I imagined it. I swear to God, it sounds like I feel like I'm imagining like everything. He's standing there, his usual calm demeanor in place. But there's something different in the way he watches me. What was that? The words slipping out before I can stop them. He just smiles, a warm, casual smile. Like nothing is out of the ordinary. Oh? Really? I narrow my eyes, still processing the shock. No one ever gets it right the first time. Not the exact strength or the balance of flavors. I take another slow sip, almost searching for a flaw. But there isn't one. This is spot on. Maybe I'm just really good at reading people. His tone light, like he was just making conversation. But his words send a shiver down my spine. Though I can't quite pinpoint why. Either that or you've got some kind of sixth sense. It's kind of, uncanny. I shake my head, trying to clear my thoughts. Am I overthinking this? I mean, it is just coffee. There's no need to make such a big deal out of it. He's made me breakfast, not to mention been nothing but kind to me. This is really creepy. Like, I don't even know what to make of this if I'm, being honest. Why am I doubting him? It's just a harmless coincidence, it has to be. He chuckles, the sound light and breezy. Let's call it a lucky guess. Okay. The way you said that has some implications, though. I don't know. You just strike me as someone who really enjoys strong coffee. But I'm glad I could make something right for you. Okay then. His words are genuine. I suddenly feel guilty for letting my mind wander like that. He's been so considerate. Maybe I'm reading too much into things. I take another sip of coffee, feeling the warmth spread through me. There's no way he meant anything strange by it, I think to myself, relaxing a bit. He's just trying to make my stay a little more bearable, going above and beyond because he cares. I still think it's a little weird. He says, let's call it a lucky guess. Because the way you say that is that there's an implication that there's actually a real reason. You know, you just don't say it like that. But whatever, it's not like it really matters, but, you know, still. I shouldn't doubt him. He's done nothing but try to help. As I set the cup down, I glanced back at Dr. Anselm, who's watching with that same gentle smile. The warmth of the coffee lingers on my tongue, and the unsettling thoughts fade into the background. Thanks, Dr. Anselm. It does make a difference. You're very welcome, Cammy. As he glances at his watch, his expression shifts ever so slightly. You should probably get some rest now, he says as though he's reminding me of something important. You've had a long morning, and it's important you don't overexert yourself. I'm not even doing anything, man. I'm fine. Dr. Anselm smiles, but there's a firmness in that gaze that makes it clear that he's not going to entertain any arguments. I know you're strong, but you still need time to heal. Pushing yourself won't help. Can I at least get some TV or a book or something? He steps closer, his hand lightly brushing the edge of the blanket as he adjusts it over my legs. There's a tenderness in the gesture, something careful and deliberate. You need to take it easy. An unexpected wave of fatigue hits me. What, did you drug my coffee? I think you did, leaving me more tired than I anticipated. Whoa, am I experiencing the effects of a food coma? You had bacon, eggs, and hollandaise sauce. There's no way. I sigh, feeling the pull of drowsiness becoming harder to resist. As if sensing my thoughts, he offers me a reassuring smile. I'll be back to check on you later. Are you gonna stare at me through the gap in the door again? Alright, doll. With that, he quietly leaves the room, closing the door gently behind him. I'm probably having a food coma. Dr. Anselm did say I need lots of rest. Yeah, sure. I'm sure that's all. I just needed rest. It's totally not because of a different reason. I closed my eyes and nuzzled my face against the pillows. Time slips by, and I'm finally awake from my peaceful nap. Oh god, if I fell asleep, is it already nighttime? Do I have to deal with more nighttime shenanigans? I rub my eyes, trying to shake off the drowsiness. Something catches my attention. Why must horrible things happen to me, bro? I hate this. Whoa. The door to my room is slightly ajar. Yeah, that gap is much bigger than before. Why is the door left open like that? Was it... No, I'm sure I saw Dr. Anselm close the door before he left. Was somebody watching me sleep? The sight of the partially open door leaves me feeling on edge. Don't do this to me, man. I can't handle this. I can't handle scary. I feel vulnerable, exposed. I sit up, heart thudding in my chest, trying to rationalize the situation. This music is extremely menacing and I hate it. Maybe it's nothing, maybe... Suddenly, the door creaks open wider. Man, I'm surprised there was no sound effect for that. A figure steps into the room. Oh god, who is it? Oh, it's just Dr. Anselm. Knock knock. Smiling warmly, holding a clipboard in one hand and a small tray with medication in the other. I'm here for your checkup and medication. Again, this seems like something a nurse would do rather than you, but whatever. It oddly seems like you have no other patients. At this point, is this even a hospital? Let's be honest. He notices the fear etched on my face. You look terrified. What's wrong? With my heart still racing, I explain quickly. I was taking a nap and when I woke up, the door to my room slightly open. It reminded me of what I saw last night. His face changes slightly, to one of guilt. Oh, guilt, huh? His gaze drops to the floor. Oh, I'm so sorry, Cammy. God, the shift in the music scares the crap out of me, man. I came in earlier to clear away the tray and utensils from your breakfast. I saw you were sleeping, so I tried to leave quietly to not disturb your sleep. I must have not shut the door tightly. I'm really sorry. That must have been so frightening for you. I glance over and realize he's right. The breakfast tray is gone. I hadn't even noticed in my initial panic. Oh, everything is all pink. This is kinda cute. A sense of embarrassment creeps in as I realize I may have overreacted. No, really, I'm sorry, Dr. Anselm. I think last night just left me a little paranoid is all. He shakes his head. No need to apologize, it's completely understandable to feel uneasy. I should have been more careful. Your comfort and peace of mind are very important. I'm sorry for disturbing that. Thank you, Dr. Anselm. I guess I just need some time to adjust. Of course. He moves in closer to check my vitals. Let's get your checkup done now, shall we? I promise I'll make sure to close the door properly next time. He places the tray of medicine on the small table next to me. My eyes fall on the pills. So many pills. What are these for? He lifts the small plastic cup and shakes it gently, making the pills inside rattle softly. Oh, these? They're just painkillers and antibiotics. Given your injury, it's expected that you'll still experience headaches and occasional bouts of pain. The painkillers will help you recover comfortably while you're here. He pauses for a moment before adding, leaning back slightly as if considering the best way to explain. Now these. He holds up a larger white and red pill between his fingers. Are a bit stronger. A narcotic angelistic. It's a potent painkiller used for intense pain. So don't be alarmed if you find yourself feeling more sleepy than usual. He points at the antibiotic, ensuring you're following along, then continues. Since I had to perform surgery on you, there's always risk of infection. And I wouldn't want that happening to you. These will help minimize that risk, ensuring your recovery stays on track. I would also imagine you would need some anti-inflammatory, but I don't know. I see. I feel more at ease with the explanation. Thank you for taking the time to explain it to me. Of course. It's important for you to understand your treatment. If you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to ask. Your recovery is my top priority. Speaking of recovery, yeah, I am kind of curious, like, I'm still in this hospital, but how many more days do I have to stay? Like, at a certain point, like, I would have to go home and recover on my own. A question sits heavily on my chest. How long do you think I'll take to make a full recovery? He lets out a gentle sigh before responding. Well, honestly, it's hard for me to say for sure. You can't push it or predict exactly how long it will take. Some people heal faster than others, but when it comes to the brain, patience is key. It could take weeks or even months. Seeing the concern on my face, he quickly adds with a soft smile. I know it's not easy to hear. With injuries, especially ones like yours, we have to be patient. I need to ensure you can get back to your daily life safely. When you're ready to leave. Yeah, he didn't really like the idea of that. I notice a hint of sadness in his eyes when he mentions the possibility of me leaving. It's a fleeting expression, but I caught it. Then just as quickly he brushes it off, his professional demeanor returning, offering the same reassuring smile, although it seems a bit forced this time. As always, your recovery is what's important to me right now. No matter how long it takes. He's kind of blushing. I can't shake the feeling that there's more behind his words. Still, I decided not to press further. Dr. Ansem quickly changes the subject. Let's get you settled in with some dinner now, shall we? Okay, so we are actually out of time for this episode. I really quite enjoy this game, and there's actually so much content for being only a demo, and I want to know so badly what's going to happen next. But yeah, if you guys are interested in playing this yourself, keep in mind that I will be keeping a link down in the description. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope all of you have a wonderful day. Goodbye!